Welcome to the garden. Today we're discussing peppers. And I've got a few different types here. The banana. This one we picked up at the store, some sort of sweet pepper. And this bell pepper, which I just harvested off of this plant here. So in the culinary world, they cut peppers like this. They cut the top off, they cut the bottom off. They take out the core, and by doing this, they've got a very nice, easy to cut piece. And we're going to use a nice rough chop here, diced. It smells incredible. So that's how they do it in the culinary world, and you could chop these up too. We're going to do that. I usually discard this part, but there's really no reason to do that at home. So my favorite way to cut peppers is not the fancy culinary technique, but to stand them up on their tip like this. And this works especially well for spicy peppers, because you don't have to touch the seeds at all. You just go around and cut into like quarters maybe, and then you're left with your seeds right there. So don't throw these out. If you like the pepper, you want to save your seeds. And it's super easy. Just put them on a paper towel. They're going to be best at their peak of ripeness. So this red pepper is going to have some pretty viable seeds, more so than the green one we just harvested. And to germinate them, you let them dry over winter, but then you could just take this paper towel and add moisture to it and put it in a paper or a plastic bag, and in that plastic bag the moisture will be retained and they'll start to sprout. I've had bad luck this year with sprouting until I did it this way. But if you're willing to risk a little bad luck, it's probably best to start in a medium-sized pot. So do a couple seeds, push them in slightly. You just want to bury them. And we do it in a larger pot as opposed to, say, some seed cells like these, because peppers don't like to be transplanted too much. So by starting in a medium size here, we're saving at least one transplant where the roots will be able to develop a bit stronger. So let's just finish up cutting our peppers here. We're just going to dice them nice. And the recipe we're working with today is for Cowboy Caviar. It's kind of a salsa, a sweet salsa. And we started with our black beans and our corn. And those we just rinsed. So I'm just going to throw in 3 peppers. We've got a nice green one here, a nice red one, and 2 banana peppers. And this culinary method works well because you get these matchstick uniform shapes. You don't have to worry about the lumpy ends. You don't have to worry about anything really, just it's incredibly simple and it's quick. But the method where you stand them up on its toes, that works well also. So these are all sweet peppers. You could use jalapenos and add a bit more bite to them, a little more spice. And then you definitely want to stand them up and do this method. You could cut in the shape of a hexagon, but really you only need like 4 slices to do it properly, because most of those seeds come off right there very easily. Make sure to keep these separate. We've got bell pepper, banana pepper, and this sweet pepper. So we want to keep them separate so we can label them later. So we're almost finished here with our peppers, and then we're going to use a half an onion. So we're adding these to our corn and black beans, and we'll prep our onion. So we'll cut it in half, and then to make it real easy, cut it in half again. And the skin should come off quite simply. And then we're going to use our method of cutting so we don't have to dice everything all at once. If we cut rings, we'd have to then come back and chop. But if we cut in like this, you want a nice sharp knife, and we'll do this to both halves, or quarters as it were. Take some practice, and you may mess up a few times, but then it's as simple as chopping through once. You may have to work the end a little bit and discard any skin. But if you're doing a lot of onions especially, then this is going to save you a lot of time. One more thing we do with our onion, we're actually going to strain it and rinse it. This is going to remove some pungency because this red onion is going to be really sharp. If you love onion, you could certainly skip this step, but I'm just going to pour water over here. So that removes some of the bite. And into our corn and black beans and peppers. And to finish this off, we do 1/3 cup of olive oil, 1/3 cup of apple cider vinegar, and 1/3 cup of sugar. But today I'm going to use honey. So we're going to drizzle that over until we're satisfied. Now this stuff you can use just like salsa. Dip your chips in there, or it's great on fish. It's like a mango salsa in that it's sweet, colorful, mild. So it's really good on fish. You could even throw some mango on there and make a mango salsa real quick. It's great on sandwiches and all sorts of different garnishes for salads or main courses. I mean, this stuff is like a rainbow. It's absolutely beautiful. So that's Cowboy Caviar, made with our homegrown peppers. Hope you give it a go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.